Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right back into it. This one required 2 videos. So when it comes to this next level, what we're going to do is, again, look at a bar plot, but more specifically, we're going to look at a bar plot instead of a histogram. And this time, we're going to look more into the frequency of certain genres. So let's do a count. There's a function that we can use to count the actual number of genres within our data frame. So if we were to do, I'm going to call this count genre, or genre count, df, okay. I'm going to then use the function called count. I'm going to use a transform data frame, and then count the genre variable. And what's going to happen is I'm going to get a data frame that has all the frequencies for each of the genres. As you can see, there's some movies that contain multiple action, of course. We're not going to parse that out. We're just going to look at the actual label of the of the movie. So if I press this arrow button on top here next to n, which is the variable name, that allows me to sort between max to the minimum, or from minimum to max. So right now I'm seeing from max to minimum. You can see action sci-fi, action adventure sci-fi, so on and so forth. There's so many levels here. I'm actually going to teach you all a future function with regards to transforming our data called filter, so that we can just look at the very first five genre types. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this new data frame filter genre counts underscore df. Assign this to filter function, and I'm going to say I'm going to provide it the genre count data frame, and then I'm going to say n, because that's the name of the variable here, n is greater than or equal to 30. Then run that. So now if I look at filter genre count data frame, I get those 5 rows. And so what we can now do is create this visualization. So we're going to do ggplot. If you remember, that's the name of the function for plotting. We're going to say, and I didn't emphasize this before, I'm going to start emphasizing this in the other videos, data is equal to filter, because it's actually our data frame, filter, and then I'm going to say mapping is equal to AES. Okay, just so that we can know where these things are coming from. And we're going to say X is going to be equal to N. Sorry, X is equal to, our X-axis should be equal to our genre. All right, the actual X is going to be each genre, and then Y is going to be the frequency of each genre. Okay, and what we're going to use is, like I said earlier, a bar plot. It's actually wrong. It's called geom. We're going to layer it. The layer is going to be called geom bar. And we have to do something that looks kind of weird. Really weird. We have to call, or at least what we have to specify is, say stat is equal to, and when I say stat is equal to, it's telling R to essentially do this, where it's going to provide whatever number it's given, whatever number this is, it says use it. And so I'm going to call it, at least what it's called is, it's called identity. So whatever the actual number is that I'm using, are providing, use it. So use that identity. So when I run this, I should now get a plot. Okay. So you can see adventure, comedy, action, adventure, sci-fi is the most seen. And we actually already knew that from our actual data frame. Okay. So that is that for this video. And I know I didn't want to make that last video too long, and I appreciate you watching. Thank you. Bye-bye.